Hello guys, how are we doing? Phil Kent here and just jumping on and doing my first live of the day. It's Sunday morning here in the UK, 8:20 in the morning. Just a quick total update, and I'm going to talk about a program called the 10-minute mail just briefly as well. So this is officially now, as you can see, day 16 of the challenge, and my numbers are going quite well. This is the first live of the day. This takes my running total to 61 lives out of the 100. I've done 58 posts out of 100, and video shorts have gone over already. They're at 106 from the target of 100. Just want to talk briefly about a little site that I use to test pages with, and there's a lot of people that should be using it really. If you ever build a page or put a page together on a website or a funnel builder or whatever you may be using, you absolutely have to be testing that page before you sort of run it yourself. Now, a lot of people say when they're using their own emails, I've used that once, especially if you need to test a page, say, more than once. If you need to test a page more than once, say it doesn't quite work first time, and then you might have used your main email address, and then you might use a different email address and stuff like that. But you need to be using, especially if you're testing a page out, you need to be using a email that works. There's no good just putting a dummy email, and you can put a dummy email in just to sort of see if it goes to the other side and stuff like that, see if it goes to where it's supposed to go to. But ideally, you need to be checking and making sure that you are receiving the emails in as well. So if you don't want them to go into your inbox, or if you say you've done a couple of tests and ones aren't working right or whatever, and then you need to be trying something out. Now, one of the easiest ways to do that is a program called the 10-minute mail. It's 10minutemail.com. It gives you an email address to use for literally 10 minutes. You can make it last a bit longer if you need to. Completely free to use. It's completely web-based. But it will also show you, it also has its own sort of temporary inbox. So it will show you the mails that you should be receiving, etc. And you can even click on the link through it. So what I'll do, I'll show you basically how it works. If we're going to share the screen, go on to share the entire screen. Just give a second. Let's make sure it pops up. Right, so what I've done, I've opened in an incognito window to show you, and I don't know if you can just see that. I always use an incognito window for this because it basically makes sure there's no cookies or anything like that attached to it as well. So you'll make sure everything's working properly. So you literally type in 10minutemail.com. I'll give that a hit. Let that load up. And get rid of the cookie box. And then you got this down here, as you can see, and this is the email that you can get to use. So, for example, I'm going to use, I'm going to take a copy of that. And if I jump over to TD Pages, and this is one of my, this is one of the list building pages inside TD Pages. So if I jump over to here and drop that into there, this is the 10-minute mail generated email. So I can drop that in there. First of all, I can then check the page that is going to go through to the list building training inside OLSP, which it has. So if you've tested that part, that's working fine. Just pause that video when it comes up, and then you can drop back over to the 10-minute mail. And as you can see, the inbox is now showing 3 emails. So ignore that when it says bounce. It's just when you're testing it from your own end. But as you can see, this is the email the person would have received from myself. You can see it's got my logo up there and just an introduction and then talking about OLSP. And it's also gets the first 2 that have come in from the OLSP system. Okay, you can see that here, welcome, thanks for joining the journey, and the other one from Wayne himself, you're in site OLSP. So then fully that page is working fine. They're receiving the emails and stuff like that. And so like I said, if you wanted to generate another one, because obviously just refreshing the page here wouldn't work. I'll show you. I'll just generate the same one. But if you're using an incognito window, if you just close it and then open another incognito window again and type in 10-minute mail again, it will give you a completely fresh email address to use. It's completely clear. You've got a new email address to use, and you can do it all over again. Obviously, you have to go through that. So that gives you an easy way to test these emails over and over, just like that. So it's a really simple way of doing it. Just jump back to where I was. And it's a very useful tool. These sort of things that you come across when you're using them, they're really, really handy because it saves, you can use different email addresses. So one, it tests the page for you, make sure it's going to the correct forwarding URL. It makes sure the ones that arrive in the inbox, you can open the mails, so you can show that there's an open rate, so it doesn't mess up any autoresponders or anything like that by putting in sort of fake mails or dummy mails or whatever. So a really handy tool to use, and it lasts for 10 minutes. It says you can get more minutes, but if you're using it inside the 10-minute mail inside, the incognito window, then you just close it off and then reopen it and you'll get a new mail to use. So it's a really good tool to use, especially if you're testing out pages and things like that. You can have a look, see what it's all about. If you wanted to drop an email into someone's page you wanted to have a look at, you can use it for that. You can see the emails they get through because it is a working email address and you can see what comes through. But I mostly use it all the time for testing out pages. If you put a new site together, or you've imported a site from somewhere, or you're using a page from somewhere and you want to test it out, make sure the page goes where it should do and that you're receiving the emails that you should do, it's absolutely ideal. And then you can go ahead and set it up and let it run. So I hope you find that useful. This is the first live of the day. I'll probably do a couple more later on. Not sure on the times, but I will try and do another 2 across the day, and normally try and do my evening update as well. So whatever you're doing, have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you're catching this later on, drop a comment with #replay. Let me know your thoughts and your comments. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch you on the next live. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.